Hey everyone, I'm Gabby Triolo.
Hi everyone, I'm Elena Brown.
And today we're reviewing Netflix original shows. We're starting off with the chilling adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And then we're moving on to Haunting of Hill House, BoJack Horseman. And last but not least, Big Mouth.
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is a Netflix original, and it just came out last month. If you haven't seen it, it is a remake of the 1990s sitcom Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and it goes over a 16-year-old girl who is half human, half witch.
Who, on her 16th birthday, would have to choose between two worlds.
So we watched some of the show, and I don't know, what do you think about it?
I liked it for the most part. I was a big fan of the original, which was more comedic in my opinion. I think this one's really dark, and it might be a lot for some viewers.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought the acting was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I like the original a lot better, but I see what they're trying to do with making it more like scary and everything. But I just really think like I'm attached to the original, so all the little changes and everything, I think, to be honest, it could be like its own show.
Yeah.
Like it could be like it didn't have to be like Sabrina. They could have just made it like a completely different show.
I agree. I think it's like completely different. The only thing that's really the same is like the names of the characters. And it actually follows the Archie comics more than the original show.
It reminds me a lot of Riverdale.
It was, so they actually are correlated.
Yeah.
They like are technically in the same like universe.
Okay.
So a lot of people are talking about like a Riverdale Sabrina crossover.
Okay,
which I actually think would be cool because
I feel like that'd be interesting. I don't know how they would do that per se, but I think it'd be cool to watch.
No, I agree. I think overall, like a rating out of 5, I'd probably give it like a 3.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'd give it a 3 out of 5 also.
Yeah, just because, again, attached to the original, so it's hard to compare the two. But I think they're both really good.
Separately they're good.
Yeah.
So go and watch it.
Would you like to do the honors?
With pleasure.
Rise! Rise! Happy birthday, sweet 16!
Hey guys, my name is Abel Fanta, and I will be our new co-host. We are reviewing Haunting of Hill House today, and one thing I got to say about this show is that it truly was an awesome experience watching it. I will say that for sure.
We're not like any other family.
Honestly, some of my colleagues say that it's one of the best shows on Netflix. I have to disagree with them wholeheartedly. In my opinion, the show is truly invigorating in that how it focuses on character development and not just scaring the heck out of you. But in my opinion, I think it's more important to focus on those scary things, because if it's a scary show, it should be scary, but it's not. It's more like a thriller in my opinion. What do you think?
It's low-key scary. I mean, there are some parts that are like shook.
Shook, right.
Like, have you shook?
Like shook, right.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be shook. I want to be like thrown off the chair.
Okay, I don't want to give any spoilers. That's why you guys need to go watch the show.
Watch the show.
But there are certain parts that like will have you like taken aback.
Taking aback. Okay, so I agree with that. But in my opinion, I just honestly was not that scared. I mean, maybe it's because I watch a lot of horror movies and a lot of horror TV shows, and I kind of had a high bar, a high standard for this TV show, but I just wasn't feeling it, honestly. In my opinion, I would classify this as a thriller before I would say
I think it's
a
psychological thriller.
Yes.
Like you're expecting a lot to happen, and it's more like all of like the emotions of the characters and like their flashbacks and certain stuff like that. I just gave a spoiler. There's flashbacks in the show.
Ignore that.
But yeah, I agree. I think it's more of a thriller, not like something where you're gonna like not be able to go to bed at night.
I like how one of the pros about the show is that, like I said before, it definitely focuses more on character development. You definitely see the characters as their kids, and then as they grow up, a swift transition into adulthood, and you see how they're coping with the traumatic experiences they experienced at Hill House. Sorry to sound redundant there. So that was pretty cool. I appreciate the character development aspect. But then again, like I said before, it just was not scary enough.
I will agree to an extent.
To an extent.
To an extent.
Okay.
But overall, it's a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5?
It's a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5? The Conjuring was 5 out of 5. All right, that definitely earned a 5.
The Conjuring is okay. You just said you want to be scared.
Conjuring
In the
scared the
movie-
bejesus out of me.
The movie you go to is The Conjuring to scare you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What?
We're
what?
all entitled to our wrong opinions. But it's okay.
How is an opinion? Okay. Okay. I get it. All right. In my last thing I have to say about this is that, you know, I can't even spoil anything. Never mind.
Go
All right, I'm just not
watch
gonna.
The Haunting of Hill House
Yes.
on Netflix.
5 out of 5. That's a stretch. 3 out of 5. Now you're playing ball. 3 out of 5 is way better.
We can disagree, but it's okay.
All right, fine. We disagree with that. It's fine.
Hi everyone, I'm Allison.
Hi everyone, I'm also Allison.
But she goes by Allie, I go by Allison. There's no confusion there. And we'll be reviewing the Netflix original series BoJack Horseman. Would you like to start? What is BoJack Horseman, you might ask?
Good question, Allison. I will answer that
Thank
question.
you, Allison.
So, BoJack Horseman is an animated TV show on Netflix about this washed-up actor who's also a horse. That's the kicker.
But like nobody talks about the fact that he's a horse. Like that doesn't even matter at all to the show, I would say.
Yeah, it's a good mix of humans interacting with other animals that might portray that animal if they were human, I'd say.
Oh, is it this guy?
Oh my God, he's got a gun!
Relax, it's a lighter.
I'd say so.
Yeah. Do you want to get into the basics of season 5?
Sure. Well, I think I'd rather talk about like overall as a show. I think BoJack Horseman really like the humor in it is so specific, and I think it really, honestly, this is gonna sound super cliche, but I think it really appeals to millennials in the way that like all of the humor in it is so dark. It's like kind of depressing. Like a lot of times they go on these like internal like rant monologues about like, oh, like life is pointless and we're all just trying to survive in this crazy mixed up world, but like. It's relatable.
Definitely.
It's very #relatable.
I did notice when I first started BoJack Horseman, it started off light and funny, very whimsical.
Yeah.
And as the show progressed, it did get more and more dark. And I do remember reading an article where the producers were very fixated on the idea of having an animated TV show that would get darker over time and pull the audience in more with that. So I think they've done a very good job.
Absolutely. I think it's so cool that they have like so many like famous actors in it as well, or like famous actresses.
Oh my God.
So you have a lot of these people, and then everyone makes like guest appearances, and like that's
Lots of
super-
cameos.
Lots of cameos, yeah.
Do you have a rating for this show?
I would honestly give it a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5?
I would give it a 4 out of 5, yeah.
See, I'm a little biased. I definitely would give BoJack a 5 out of 5, just because I relate to it. You know, I definitely find the humor amusing.
Right.
So.
I think the only reason I give it a 4 out of 5 is sometimes it's like too relatable. And sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be reminded about these things. And so I'm like, okay, well, that made me a little uncomfortable. But other than that, I would definitely agree that the humor.
Definitely give BoJack Horseman a watch.
Yes.
It doesn't
definitely
disappoint.
It does not. No. All right. Thanks.
Hey everyone, so we're here with our last review. We're going to be reviewing Big Mouth. The new season came out, but the show as a whole, what do you think?
Personally, Big Mouth, it's for a very specific type of audience.
I
I'd say if you enjoy middle school humor,
Yeah.
you will like Big Mouth. If you don't enjoy middle school humor,
Yeah.
you might be a little on the fence about it.
Shine. Who are you? The Shine Wizard.
It's either you love it or you
It
don't like it
depends on how
at all.
nostalgic you are
Yeah.
about that time in your life.
Yeah.
And if it was a good time in your life or not.
I feel like everybody could relate to it though, but some people just like to admit it more than others. So that's why some people, I guess, are turned off by Big Mouth. But personally, I really liked it. Did you like it?
Yeah, I'd say at least my middle school experience was kind of awkward. So watching Big Mouth just made me laugh about it.
And the jokes, it makes it feel normal, just like growing up and being
definitely.
in middle
It normalizes
school.
things that were totally super embarrassing as a kid.
And it also, like, the characters actually, like, have development and they actually, like, have stories behind them, and it
Yeah.
does like have like meaning behind it too, not just like all jokes and just like.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good show overall.
It has a very nice set of writers. They have
Yeah.
worked on a lot of other humorous things
Yeah.
that we are not reviewing right now.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god.
I'd say the cast, the writing,
cast, for
the
sure.
animation.
It's all
spot
there.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you give it?
I'd give it maybe between a 3.5 and a 4 out of
Okay.
5
All right.
because I do like animations. I
Yeah.
think anyone who takes the time to make an animation, they have
Yeah.
patience. But I think the humor is worth watching,
Yeah.
at least the first season.
Okay, yeah. I would definitely give it like a 4.5. Definitely not like lower than that, but like probably not a full 5 out of 5. I don't know. I like the show a lot though, so 4.5, solid.
Well,
So.
this has been our last review, and we hope you enjoyed all of our reviews.
Please come back and watch more Pop Culture Corner.
Yes.
With my